First up, we are covering a breaking input. Well, this input is from the UK. The radical Sikhs have prevented an Indian High Commissioner from entering a Gurdwara. Now, there have been attempts made to open the car door of the Indian High Commissioner by the K organization.
In recent years, there has been news widespread related to the Khalistan issue. From the Amrit Singh controversy to issues between Canada and India, these controversies have been in the limelight over the years. As we know, Sikhs demand their separate land, which they call Khalistan, but do we know the reason behind these demands and its controversy? Well, we cannot reach into any conclusion or we cannot judge any side until we know the insight into any topic. So let's find out what's behind this controversy. The Khalistan movement is a separatist movement seeking to create a homeland for Sikhs by establishing an ethnologious sovereign state called Khalistan in the Punjab region. The boundary varies from the Indian Punjab and Haryana region to also include the Pakistani Punjab region with its capital Lahore. The word Khalistan was taken from Khalsa, which was started in 1699 by the 10th Guru of Sikhism, Guru Gobind Singh, after his father, Guru Tegh Bahadur, was beheaded during the Islamic Sharia rule of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Although the Khalistan movement started in the 1940s, the root of the movement is way behind years. Sikhs have been concentrated in the Punjab region of South Asia. Before its conquest by the British, the region around Punjab had been ruled by the Confederacy of Sikh Miles. The Miles ruled over the eastern Punjab from 1733 to 1799, until their confederacy was unified into the Sikh Empire by Maharaja Ranjit Singh from 1799 to 1849. At the end of the Second Anglo-Sikh War in 1849, the Sikh Empire was dissolved into separate princely states and the British province of Punjab. The British divide and rule policy started dividing the community within India, and Sikhs too was not untouched by this. The first party, Akalidal, was formed in 1920, which represents and talk about the rights of Sikh community in India. As the British Empire began to dissolve in the 1930s, Sikhs made their first call for a Sikh homeland. When the Lahore Resolution of the Muslim League demanded Punjab be made into a Muslim state, the Akalis viewed it as an attempt to usurp a historically Sikh territory. In response, the Sikh party Shiromani Akali Dal argued for a community that was separate from Hindus and Muslims. Before the 1947 partition of India, Sikhs were not in majority in any of the districts of pre-partition British Punjab province other than Ludhiana. British India was partitioned on a religious basis in 1947, where the Punjab province was divided between India and the newly created Pakistan. As a result, a majority of Sikhs, along with the Hindus, migrated from the Pakistani region to India's Punjab, which included present-day Haryana and Himachal Pradesh. However, there would still be a minority in the Punjab province of India, which remained a Hindu majority province. Sikh historian Harjot Singh Oberoi argues that, despite the historical linkages between Sikhs and Punjab, territory has never been a major element of Sikh self-definition. He makes the case that the attachment of Punjab with Sikhism is a recent phenomenon, stemming from the 1940s. Historically, Sikhism has been pan-Indian, with the Guru Granth Sahib the main scripture of Sikhism, drawing from works of saints in both North and South India, while several major seats in Sikhism, example Nankana Sahib in Pakistan, Takht Shri Patna Sahib in Bihar, and Hazur Sahib in Maharashtra are located outside of Punjab. Oberoi makes the case that Sikh leaders in the late 1930s and 1940s realized that the dominance of Muslims in Pakistan and of Hindus in India was imminent. To justify a separate Sikh state within the Punjab, Sikh leaders started to mobilize meta-commentaries and signs to argue that Punjab belonged to Sikhs and Sikhs belonged to Punjab. This began the territorialization of the Sikh community. Following the 1947 independence of India, the Punjabi Suba movement, led by the Akalidal, sought the creation of a province Suba for Punjabi people. The Akalidal's maximal position of demands was a sovereign state, that is Khalistan, while its minimal position was to have an autonomous state within India. The issues raised during the Punjabi Suba movement were later used as a premise for the creation of a separate Sikh country by proponents of Khalistan. As the religious-based partition of India led to much bloodshed, the Indian government initially rejected the demand, concerned that creating a Punjabi majority state would effectively mean yet again creating a state based on religious grounds. On the 7th of September 1966, the Punjab Reorganisation Act was passed in Parliament, implemented with effect beginning the 1st of November 1966. Accordingly, Punjab was divided into the state of Punjab and Haryana, with certain areas to Himachal Pradesh. Chandigarh was made a centrally administered union territory. While the union government led by Indira Gandhi agreed with the creation of Punjab state but refused to make Chandigarh as its capital and also refused to make it autonomous. The outcome of the Punjabi Suba movement failed to meet demands of its leaders. As Punjab and Haryana now shared the capital of Chandigarh, resentment was felt among Sikhs in Punjab. Adding further grievance, a canal system was put in place over the rivers of Ravi, Beas, and Satluj, which flowed through Punjab, in order for water to also reach Haryana and Rajasthan. As a result, Punjab would only receive 23% of the water while the rest would go to the two other states. The fact that the issue would not be revisited brought on additional turmoil to Sikh resentment against Congress. The Akali Dal was defeated in the 1972 Punjab elections. To regain public appeal, the party put forward the Anandpur Sahib resolution in 1973 to demand radical devolution of power and further autonomy to Punjab. The resolution document included both religious and political issues, asking for the recognition of Sikhism as a religion separate from Hinduism, as well as the transfer of Chandigarh and certain other areas to Punjab. It also demanded that power be radically devolved from the central to state governments. On the other side, to defend its dominance, Congress backed new emerging extremist man, Jarnail Singh Bhindrawale, who later became main leader of the separatists movement. Between tussle of these two political parties, Punjab became radicalized and thus led to the phase of extremism and terrorism in Punjab. At the same time, the support for Khalistan started around different parts of world led by many Sikh diaspora. The notion of a sovereign and independent state of Khalistan began to get popularized among Sikhs in North America and Europe. One such account is provided by the Khalistan Council, which had moorings in West London, where the Khalistan movement is said to have been launched in 1970. In 1969, 2 years after losing the Punjab Assembly elections, Indian politician Jagjit Singh Chauhan moved to the United Kingdom to start his campaign for the creation of Khalistan. According to Chauhan, during a talk with Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto of Pakistan, Bhutto had proposed to make Nankana Sahib the capital of Khalistan. After returning to India in 1977, Chauhan travelled to Britain in 1979. There he would establish the Council of Khalistan, declaring its formation at Anandpur Sahib on the 12th of April 1980. Chauhan designated himself as president of the council and Balbir Singh Sandhu as its secretary general. This eventually leading to charges in India relating to sedition and other crimes in connection with his separatist activities. The Akali leaders, having planned to announce a victory for Dharam Yudh Morcha, were outraged by the changes to the agreed-upon settlement. In November 1982, Akali leader Harchand Singh Longowal announced that the party would disrupt the 9th annual Asian Games by sending groups of Akali workers to Delhi to intentionally get arrested. A week before the games, Bhajan Lal, Chief Minister of Haryana and member of the Inc. party, responded by sealing the Delhi-Punjab border and ordering all Sikh visitors travelling to Delhi from Punjab to be frisked. While such measures were seen as discriminatory and humiliating by Sikhs, they proved effective as Akalidal could only organize small and scattered protests in Delhi. Consequently, many Sikhs who did not initially support Akalis and Bhindrawale began sympathizing with the Akali Morcha. Following the conclusion of the games, Longowal organized a convention of Sikh veterans at the Darbar Sahib. It was attended by a large number of Sikh ex-servicemen, including retired Major General Shabeg Singh, who subsequently became Bhindrawale's military advisor. In July 1983, Akali Dal President Harchand Singh Longowal had invited Bhindrawale to take up residence at the sacred temple complex. As negotiations held with Bhindrawale and his supporters proved unsuccessful, and since the inception of the Dharam Yudh Morcha to the violent events leading up to Operation Blue Star. Along with the army, the operation would involve Central Reserve Police Force, Border Security Force, and Punjab Police. Army units led by Lieutenant General Kuldeep Singh Bra surrounded the temple complex on the 3rd of June 1984. The army, equipped with tanks and heavy artillery, had grossly underestimated the firepower possessed by the militants, who attacked with anti-tank and machine gun fire from the heavily fortified Akal Takht, and who possessed Chinese-made, rocket-propelled grenade launchers with armor-piercing capabilities. After a 24-hour shootout, the army finally wrested control of the temple complex. Bhindrawale was killed in the operation, while many of his followers managed to escape. Army casualty figures counted 83 dead and 249 injured. Although Rajiv Gandhi would later admit that over 700 Indian soldiers died. According to the official estimate presented by the Indian government, the event resulted in a combined total of 493 militant and civilian casualties, as well as the apprehension of 1592 individuals. Independent estimates say over 5,000 civilians and only 200 militants. On the morning of the 31st of October 1984, Indira Gandhi was assassinated in New Delhi by her two personal security guards Satwant Singh and Behant Singh, both Sikhs, in retaliation for Operation Blue Star. The assassination triggered the 1984 anti-Sikh riots across North India. While the ruling party, Indian National Congress, maintained that the violence was due to spontaneous riots, its critics have alleged that Inc. members themselves had planned a pogrom against the Sikhs. In 1985, the Government of India attempted to seek a political solution to the grievances of the Sikhs through the Rajiv Longowal Accord, which took place between Longowal and Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. In 1986, when the insurgency was at its peak, the Golden Temple was again occupied by militants belonging to the All India Sikh Students Federation and Damdami Tiksal, but it was crushed by Operation Thunderstorm. Since 1990s to 2010 there had been some temporary peace in the region, although in recent days it has once again started rising in different parts of the world. Sikhism is the religion of the brave, and there is no doubt about it. If we look at history, how the Gurus came forward to protect the religion and the people, and for this they even sacrificed their lives. Hinduism and Sikhism have a deep-rooted connection. Many of the Sikh rituals resemble Hindu rituals. The ninth Sikh Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur, was also stood for the protection of the Kashmiri Pandit when they persecuted in Kashmir, and for that, they even sacrificed their life. 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, also respects the Hindu religion and admires their many ideologies. Even in 1835, Maharaja Ranjit Singh of the Sikh Empire, on the behest of his wife, Maharani Datar Kaur, donated 1 ton of gold for plating the temple's dome of Kashi Vishwanath Temple. This shows deep bonding between Sikhs and Hindus in the past. If we understand Khalistan issue, then initially Sikhs only want more rights for their community, which is justifiable. Turning from demand of Sikh rights to demand for Khalistan, extremism was led by many organizations who just wanted to use extremism for their own benefit. If we look backwards in this video, all political organization of foreign power uses Khalistan issues for their own political agenda and not for the betterment of the Sikh community. These extremist issues not only overshadow the basic issues of Punjab like increased unemployment, drug issues and increasing water crisis, but also creating rift between communities. And if we look, the past extremism was never the solution of any problem.